What's up, fuckers, and welcome back to another rebuild challenge here on NBA 2K21 Next Gen. Today, the worst to first rebuild challenge, man. These ones tend to be super fun, occasionally really difficult. You guys seem to love them, so I thought, why not? Let's go ahead and do another one. I've done tons of these in the past in my 5-6 years of actually doing rebuilds here on 2K, and I thought, you know what, you guys have been wanting to actually see one. I've seen a couple comments, so might as well get into one. So, if you do not know the way these work, one, you're dumb. It's pretty self-explanatory. I'm kidding, by the way. I have to go from the worst record in the NBA to the best record in the NBA, and winning a championship in here is a bonus. I tend to try to include it in the challenge, and hopefully we do technically go ahead and win one today. So, worst to first, it has to be basically within that 3-year rebuild window. So, if I do not get the worst record in the NBA in the first season, I have to go ahead and try to do that another year. And if I don't get it that second season, I'm absolutely screwed. I'm absolutely screwed. So, typically I get it done in the first season. It's typically not the hardest thing in the world. That being said, we're doing this in a fantasy draft style today. I can't go out and start with a really, shitty team. The Houston Rockets, the Detroit Pistons. Sorry, I'm not trying to piss you off. You both have really nice, bright, young futures. But as of now, you know what I'm saying, man. So fantasy draft rebuild, we're going to be doing this. CPU is going to be selecting my entire team. So we're going to get into this one. As always, you guys new around here, want to sub to this channel, man. We'd love to have you in this community, man. I would absolutely love you if you wanted to go ahead and do that for me. And as always, leave any other video ideas and a like down below on this one. So without further ado, man, let's get into the worst to first rebuild. So just so you all know, we're not cheating. We're going to go ahead and select on stop on a random team. And now, why not? We end up with the New York Knicks, funny enough. Time to send the entire draft. I'll see you guys at the squad. So here's what the team's actually looking like right now. Obviously, this team has to have the worst record in the NBA. So that being said, I sometimes do the little loophole in 2K, and I do kind of put some of the stars we do have on the bench and just don't play them any minutes. It's kind of a little loophole in these. That being said, it's not as fun, so I'm not going to do that with every single player on this team. I very well probably could, but maybe a couple guys like Towns, Collins, somebody like that will probably remain on this team. We'll probably go ahead and have to be on the the lowest reserve spot on that bench, not getting any minutes. Probably going to piss them off, man, but it is what it is. So I think Conley's probably gone anyway, just because he's only here for a year. His overall tends to go down, doesn't end up putting up the best numbers. The CPU low-key kind of drafts me a lot of the same guys, kind of over and over again. So it is time to make this team very bad with some trades. So we're going to go ahead and get into some of those moves. So a potentially painful, dumb, whatever you want to call it, first move right here. Draymond Green, 2K just absolutely hates him. I don't know why. It seems like whenever I have Draymond on my teams, the teams never actually end up doing that well. So I will start him at power forward probably, or I might have him come off the bench, whatever the team is looking like. Again, this team has to be really, really bad. So I think maybe James Johnson honestly might even be too good. I need to win like 10 fucking games here. Like PJ Dozier will be starting for me. Lonnie Walker's too good. Satoransky's honestly too good. Who are my centers? Check Diallo can start. That's fine by me. And then maybe Blake will get like 10 minutes off the bench. So okay, I think honestly I would just have to maybe downgrade my power forward, my shooting guard, and my backup, or excuse me, probably my starting point guard. So I think we're probably going to try to maybe keep one of these two guys. I think ultimately I'd rather keep Lonnie. I don't know. I feel like ultimately one of them is going to be coming off the bench. Maybe if I can just get like a first-round pick for Bogdanovich, I'd honestly live with that. I mean, again, we're just going to do a total 180 on this team come the offseason. I'm really not trying to hang on to guys. I mean, I have 2 years to turn it into the best record, that being if we do have the worst record this season. So I got some time. I'm not really exactly 100% worried about it. So maybe somebody in a pick, like this is honestly perfect. Reggie Bullock in a first-round pick, like exactly what I'm looking for. So I think maybe Reggie Bullock has the the caliber. Not that he's a bad player, but we're not going to be winning many games with him as our starting shooting guard. So I might try to do the same thing with maybe Isaiah Thomas, who is on a 1-year contract, to seeing maybe if I can just downgrade that point guard spot. Isaiah Thomas's glory days of being in the MVP candidacy are over, but he's still probably a starting point guard, at least here in 2K. That probably would lead me to a couple extra wins. So fine. Jordan McLaughlin, he's 73 overall. I can live with it. So our starting lineup: Jordan McLaughlin, Reggie Bullock, PJ Dozier. James Johnson actually might be too good. I think he could be somebody we do try to downgrade. It sounds weird to say. We'll just see what sort of offers we do get for him here. If I can't find anything that's that horrible, I'll honestly probably end up leaving it. But I can. Ozzie Johnson. Does he have an extra year in his deal, or is he a free agent this offseason? He's a free agent. Rocco, first-round pick. Low-key, I'm just going to take a first-round pick, and then I'm going to go ahead and sign somebody. So we're going to go ahead and try to free agents right now. Power forwards, like, oh, brother. Seriously, like it does, like Anthony Tolliver. That's beautiful. Welcome to the team. All right, I'm going to go ahead and set this rotation. I will see you guys with it. I think it's safe to say that this team is not going to be very good. Here's our starting five: Jordan McLaughlin, Reggie Bullock, PJ Dozier, Anthony Tolliver, and Check Diallo. Our bench unit: Blake Griffin, Nicholas Batum, Lonnie Walker, Thomas Satoransky, and then Draymond Green. I'm just keeping the highest overall that's technically any minutes at the bottom of our bench because I just don't want him contributing to any wins whatsoever. And then we got Jalen McDaniels, Abdel Nader, John Collins, and Karl-Anthony Towns all here getting 0 minutes a night. So especially these two right here, they are probably going to be pretty pissed. Their overalls, their morale is probably going to be pretty down. It does suck that John Collins is a free agent this upcoming offseason. We are definitely going to have to hopefully pray that he'll, come back to us. Obviously, I can kind of make him come back to us as he is a restricted free agent, but I'd like him to, kind of agree to a contract rather than have his overall be down, him pissed off, but whatever. It is what it is, man. So if for whatever reason, this team is somehow, anything remotely close to not the worst record in the entire league, I will go ahead and make even worse trades at the deadline. I'm kind of trying to find that fine line right there where the team's not so bad that I have to go ahead and kind of, not so much like do crazy ass shit and spend, an hour and a half making trades just so the squad's unbelievable. But, I like to have some guys on the team that are going to hopefully have some value, in the upcoming offseason. So I think it's definitely possible. I think we actually did a pretty good job right now. But I do think this team is absolutely horrible, especially that starting lineup. So that being said, I will see you guys at the end of year number 1 with hopefully the worst record in the entire league. That being said, I forgot to reset picks. Do we have our first round pick this year? Son of a bitch, it's some sort of swap. I hope it comes back to us, man. It might not, though. I have no idea. If anything, I just screwed myself. So I will see you guys at the end of year number 1. Because I'm dumb and never pay attention when I'm simming, I actually didn't see what our record was, but I did see we had the worst record here in the Eastern Conference. So at least that's complete. We're number 30 in the power ranking, which does give me hope that we had the worst record in the league. That being said, I've seen some dumb shit in 2K. Whatever it is, I'm hoping it was bad. Giannis, your MVP in Utah. LaMelo Ball, Rookie of the Year. Mason Plumlee. Never have seen that before. Giannis Stevens, Player of the Year. Christian Wood, Most Improved. Steven Silas, whatever his name is, Coach of the Year. Okay, there's no way that anybody was worse than 10 and 72, right? Just so, I want to just be 100% clear that there's no way anybody was worse. Okay, we're good. The worst part is out of the way. I think we definitely killed that part of the video. It is time to do a total 180, and it is time to do the entertaining part of this video, where we turn this team hopefully into a God squad. Player stats real quick. Blake off the bench. I mean, this is just disgusting. I mean, I don't even want to look at that too much. So we actually technically have 2 off seasons to do this. Houston Rockets and Bam Adebayo go on to win the finals. This is going to take a lot of work, though. A lot more work than I'm actually used to. So as always, I'm going to reject all league meetings. If you didn't see I actually did an accepting all league meetings video yesterday. If you guys didn't see that one, make sure you go check it out. But we're projected the number 1 overall pick. I don't know what that swap was with the Clippers, I believe it was. Hopefully it stays our pick, and it does. We do fall to 3, though. Okay, and the Clippers had the 5th overall pick, whatever it is. So it actually didn't turn into that big of a deal. So, I did, this rebuild. I did a Colin Sexton Knicks rebuild the other day. Obviously, I had Tibbs as the head coach. I don't necessarily mind Tibbs. I just think in this game, I think he should have a little bit of higher ratings, maybe like a B and B or something like that. So yeah, I was just talking about Tibbs and I started having a coughing attack. That's cool. I think he could have higher overall ratings. I just think in this game where he doesn't have the highest overall ratings, especially, as the Knicks, I'd like to get some, some absolute studs in this coaching department. So Jacob Underwood honestly tends to, pretty much do a very good job every time I do get him. So I'm fine with that for now. I might look on the assistant coaches at some point in time. But 3rd overall pick in this year's draft, man. We also have 21 from the Grizzlies, 27 from the Mavericks, and 27 from the Detroit Pistons. So that being said, Karl-Anthony Towns will now be our center for the future. No more Check Diallo. I think Draymond Green is definitely on his way out. Just out of curiosity, what are my trade offers here? Anything that I would really... this isn't low-key bad. Ben Simmons? Do I want to bring Ben Simmons over here to New York? Honestly, he's a lot different in this game than he is in real life, as you can see, with, 22.5 points a game, almost 8 rebounds, 9.5 assists. Kind of the Ben Simmons everybody thought we were going to get. I'd get De'Aaron Fox. I just do get him a lot. This is really enticing, though. Oh, I do get Jamal Murray a lot. I don't really need a power forward, though, and yes, I know I can move him to small forward, but... I think I'm going to take the Ben Simmons deal. It has been a minute since I've gotten Ben Simmons. I actually don't mind this one. I mean, obviously, this team has to go, to the best record in the NBA. I'd like to do in one offseason. I think that makes it a little more of a challenge. Obviously, I do have 2, but I don't know, bro. I could wait for next year's free agency, but then we just get into even more free agents and stuff like that. So I might as well just go ahead and get out of the way now. So we will not be using our 3rd overall pick. Unfortunately, I really just don't need this. So I'd actually like to get 2 first-round picks instead of a protection backup. Is that possible? Yes, that is possible. Cool. So we'll not be drafting anybody in the 2021 draft. Lonnie Walker, Santa Rancy, all coming back. PJ Dozier. I'm now going to probably reload on a couple first-round picks with some of these guys right here. So Kawhi's here. We just unfortunately really don't have Kawhi Leonard money. I mean, I definitely could clear up. We had KCP. What? How long has he been on this team? Okay, I have no idea. That being said, PJ Dozier, Jordan McLaughlin, Check Diallo, possibly Jalen McDaniels, KCP, Satoransky, maybe even Lonnie Walker will all be gone, just in case I want to try to go ahead and clear another max spot. So I'm going to do that right now, probably get a first round pick for all of them, and I will see you guys with whatever's next. So I wanted to bring in DeMar DeRozan as well. Unfortunately, John Collins just got a contract on day one. It was actually only 97 overall interest, which I'm sure most of you know. Typically, they wait until 100, or at least on day one of free agency, they don't sign the contract. That being said, he ended up signing it on day one just because, again, we probably didn't play him any minutes. So I tried to get Evan Fournier as well. Could have been a good shooting guard for us for, at least a season. So I definitely could try to maybe find somebody else to kind of, slide into that spot right there. So I'd love Lonzo Ball. Unfortunately, we just don't have that kind of money. I'd love Spencer Dinwiddie. We're close to that kind of money. I just don't think we're going to be able to clear it up. I did kind of move pretty much everybody that it was kind of really worth it for me. So we do now have, 3 bigger contracts here. Obviously, I do like the versatility of Simmons. I can play him at the small forward spot as well. I mean, I can move into power forward if I really had to, but I don't really think that's going to be an issue. So we do have $15 million. That is something that we do have. I might go ahead and kind of maybe make a bigger sort of move and maybe do some sort of trade with somebody who's pretty high overall. Like if I sign Derrick Rose, does he want to come here? Is there any possibility of that? No. Okay. If I sign, nope, Torrey Craig, no. If I sign Enes Kanter, hang with me for a second, and I move Enes Kanter to the power forward spot, like we're getting really cheesy right now. I also just traded for 48 first-round picks. So if I do Enes Kanter, and I'll do my first-round pick next year, it's going to have a ton of value, and I'll do a lottery-protected Warriors pick. I really just need, I believe the only position I need is a shooting guard, correct? Oh, I need a shooting guard and a small forward. Okay, well, I didn't realize I need 2 positions. So, okay, we kind of got to make the best of this. Shooting guard and a small forward. Neither of these 2 are either of those positions, but again, I might be able to actually make something work. Like, do I want to get Sexton, shooting guard, small forward? I actually only have 5 offers. So hang on with me for a second. I might have to work something else out. So I might try to go ahead and do this deal. We can play Terry Rozier at the shooting guard spot. I can play Josh Richardson at the small forward spot. I just got to fill out all 5 starting positions. So I'd be willing to do, wait, what? Oh, I thought it said somebody had a no trade clause. I'd be willing to do this for at least a season, and then we can kind of regroup next year. Obviously, I do not think that we're probably going to go ahead and have the best record in the league this year, but again, I can kind of live with that for at least 1 year. Rozier, I believe he has a player option, correct? No, he's just a basic free agent. Okay, I didn't know that. So yeah, we kind of actually got something working out right now. We actually do have something decent going on. So I think this could be a 10-man rotation team. I'm going to go ahead and, yeah, I'll sign some backups, might make another trade. I have no idea why this is an option. I signed Dwayne Dedmon, moved into the power forward spot. He jumped up to a 79 overall, and now the Charlotte Hornets are giving me Nicholas Claxton. I also signed Billy Hernan-Gomez, and so he's going to slide down to that power forward spot, or that backup power forward spot. So now, on this team, I also signed Myers Leonard. Myers Leonard's hopefully going to go ahead and get me some sort of backup point guard. Myers Leonard can eat a dick, but we're going to go ahead, and doesn't need to be anybody tremendous. Mason Jones, honestly, just might be a really solid option. Young, got potential. Seth Curry, yeah, it's fine. We're just going to go ahead and we're going to do this here for Mason Jones. Welcome to the squad. And I believe, yeah, this is 10 guys. Don't know if it's going to be the best record in the league, but again, we're definitely going to be a lot better. Definitely going to be a playoff team. So I will see you guys at the rotation, start of year number 2. So I actually think we did a pretty good job kind of rebuilding this team. Obviously, we're not to the level that we're going to need to be at some point, but I can definitely live with this for right now. Obviously, probably going to be making a couple moves this upcoming offseason, but for now, definitely going to be putting us back in the playoff hunt, which is something we definitely need to be in the mix of. Ben Simmons, Terry Rozier, Josh Richardson, John Collins, and Karl-Anthony Towns is going to be the starting lineup for year number 2. Our bench unit, Lonnie Walker, Billy Hernan-Gomez, Nick Claxton, Jalen McDaniels, and Mason Jones. His bench is actually a little bit better than I even thought it was going to be. So, very doable. I think we can be a top 3-4 seed here in the East. I will see you guys at the end of year number 2. So, to my surprise, we actually were a 1 seed here. We're number 2 in the power rankings. Again, those are not based on record 100%. So, we could be actually the best team. I don't know. I don't know how many wins we got, but I don't think there's no way there's probably just a weak East, something like that, even though it's a fantasy draft. Steph Curry, MVP, Cade Cunningham, Rookie of the Year, Domantas Sabonis. I don't know who the hell he's backing up. Jonathan Isaac, what? Huh? I don't know. Steven Salas, Coach of the Year. No, he's not our head coach. Okay, so we did not have the best record in the NBA. We can look at the standings. We were best in the East, and then, yeah, okay. So we were actually the second best overall team in the league, according to records. Houston Rockets were number 1. So, we're getting there. Obviously, probably a move or 2 away. Karl-Anthony Towns led us in scoring. Then it was Ben Simmons, John Collins, Terry Rozier, Richardson, Walker, and the rest. Yada, yada, yada. Rebounds went to Towns, and assists was Simmons. So, we are now in the playoffs. We got Washington here in the first round. Ross, Malik Beasley, Kyle Kuzma, my boy. Gabriel Deck, and DeAndre Ayton. Not bad at all. So we should beat them, though. We do go on to sweep them. Moving on to Detroit. Dame, Jacob Evans, Devin Vassell, Brendan Clark, and Jared Allen. Very viable 4 seed right there. Very possible they beat us, but no. And now we're moving on to Orlando, Moody, Bryn Forbes, Middleton, Kevin Durant, and James Wiseman. Interesting starting 5, and we do lose in 6. I have no idea who's moving on in Houston, but they went back-to-back, so they must be good. They must really be something. So, obviously, it is now our goal to go on and now be a 1 seed and win a championship all in one season. I would have liked if we could have got the championship right there. That would have been nice. We have a pick from the Bulls. There's probably some sort of protection on it, I'd have to imagine. Yeah, it looks like they got that pick back anyway. So, that being said, we'll have an unprotected Bulls pick next year, which is kind of nice. I think Mike Woodson's on his way out. I can live with Johnny Bryant's ratings. Does D'Antoni, whatever his name is, want to come here? I also would like an A trainer, so excuse me, Sean Navarro. Want to get both those guys? Cool. Head scout, Daryl Crawford. Cool, and I'll get a CFO, so why the hell not? Okay, we're up to the draft. We do have a first-round pick from Chicago next year that should be unprotected now. Yes, we do. We also have pick 23 in the second round, which I just do not need. We will now head up to team player options. McDaniel's going to be coming back. Claxton, Lonnie Walker, definitely going to go. Whoa, stroke. Gonna go ahead and get those qualifying offers. Free agency is obviously not something we're going to be playing a huge part in, but we obviously do need to re-sign like a Terry Rozier, who could be traded. I'm not 100% on him, but I definitely would like to bring him back for now at least. And then Claxton, I don't know. Oh, Mason Jones is a free agent as well. He wants, $7 million a year. I can live with that. Not horrible. Claxton, this is the final season, so he's going to get his qualifying offer, and honestly, probably same for Lonnie Walker. After we do go ahead and do this, and Lonnie Walker, beautiful, going to get those qualifying offers. So that's fun part of 2K right there. Gotta love it, bro. Okay, so we're good there. Everybody on this team is now back. I do think we have to make some upgrades, probably starting with Josh Richardson. It's not like he's bad. I just think we probably do have to get an upgrade. Maybe Scary Terry, not 100% on him, though. I mean, look at his numbers. We're not horrible, for the rest of this team that's built around him. So, Josh Richardson, though, definitely going to be getting traded because I do need to upgrade that small forward spot. So I'll see you guys with every move I do make. So hear me out. I know I have been getting RJ Barrett a lot. I promise you after this video, if I do get him, I will chill the fuck out with getting RJ Barrett. Unfortunately, he's basically the only guy who's not untouchable that actually matches up really well money-wise with Josh Richardson. So I definitely will want to do this. You can basically have as many, however many picks you do want. Hopefully 5 can get this done. It actually only takes 3. So RJ Barrett, welcome, I guess technically back to the Knicks, whatever it may be. So he'll be starting at small forward for us. Pretty solid numbers. Obviously a little bit down from the year prior to this, but I think he'll be right back around that 18 points a game, hopefully. So he will be our small forward. I would maybe like to glance at offers for Scary Terry. I don't think it's necessarily a bad idea, but again, I'm not 100% sold on the fact that he has to be moved. He's also not a guy I get a lot, so I'd like to incorporate him into this rebuild, hopefully in the long term. But if a trade offer just comes up that's just too good to pass up, I'm probably going to take it. As of now, these are not such great offers. If I go to Player Finder, if I'm really looking at like point guards / shooting guards right here that I could maybe realistically trade for, he's making $29 million. I just don't see a way that I could maybe get a Jamal Murray. Maybe like a D'Angelo Russell. I mean, he's been putting out, yeah, oh my God. Okay, maybe I would have to do this. I mean, I got to have the best record, bro. And I kind of wanted to do it in a way that I didn't go ahead and do this super cheesy. I obviously kind of am doing my thing. Wow, they agreed to that. Okay, so that might have been a bit much, but I actually don't mind the combination of D'Lo playing next to Ben Simmons. Take a little bit of pressure on the on-ball pressure off of D'Angelo Russell, and I don't think that's too bad. So I'm going to let Mason Jones develop as my backup point guard. I would not mind maybe dialing this down to a 9-man rotation. But then again, I do like having Nick Claxton off the bench, and Hernan Gomez was solid. So maybe McDaniels could get an upgrade. I just don't know what it would be. Obviously, we're trading a lot of picks right now, dude, but I do need to win a 1 seed. Or excuse me, I do need to be a 1 seed and hopefully get a championship. Championship's not 100% a part of this, but it is something that is nice to have. So if I can get an upgrade here, I will obviously go ahead and take it. But if I don't really see one, I'll probably just chill. How tall is Isaiah Roby? He's only 6'8", but not crazy difference in the numbers department. Zaire Williams was a 2021 20th overall pick. Didn't even play. No, there's nothing here, man. All right, I'll chill with McDaniels. I don't really think there's any really other significant upgrades that we would be able to make in the starting lineup. If I were to offer up RJ Barrett and 2 first-round picks, what are my trade offers? Just out of curiosity, I highly doubt it's anything tremendous. Yeah, no, none of these are really going to be cutting it. So I don't really think we're going to be taking anything here. Yeah, and no. So I will now see you guys at the start of the 3rd and final year, man. This team has got to be a 1 seed. All right, man. Final year here for us in New York. It is all or nothing. We have got to have the best record in the entire league. What I actually want to do right now is I actually want to see what the Rockets team is, because obviously they've been a 1 seed the past 2 years, I believe. They've obviously won the past 2 championships. Okay, they're good. We're better. We have a deeper team. I think we definitely should have this in the bag, hopefully. So here's how it's going to look. Ben Simmons, D'Angelo Russell, RJ Barrett, John Collins, Karl Anthony Towns, our bench unit. Lonnie Walker, Billy Hernangomez, Nick Claxton, Jalen McDaniels, and Mason Jones. Obviously not a ton of veterans off the bench. I can hopefully live with that. These guys have all kind of, actually, let me think about this. 2016 draft, 2015 draft, 2019, 17, 15. So they've been in the, they've been in the league for a little while now. We are in the year, 2022. So they're all technically, I guess, mid-tier veterans, whatever you want to call it. But we got to get this done. We have got to get this done, man. I need to be a 1 seed. I will see you guys hopefully at the end of year number 3. If we're not doing well around the trade deadline, I'll obviously make some trades, but I hope to not see you guys there. And hopefully we are a 1 seed at the end of year number 3. Can't say I've seen this one a lot. Cade Cunningham, MVP in his 2nd year in the NBA. Dude's an absolute stud. Victor Wembanyama, Rookie of the Year. Domantas Sabonis, once again, 6-man. I have no idea who he's backing up. Isaac, Kobe White, Jacob Underwood. We went 70 and 12. There's no way anybody was better than that, right? Again, I don't pay attention to this. No, we're good. Challenge technically complete. I want to include getting a championship here, bro. I think that would be absolutely huge if we could get that done as well. So some numbers real quick if you want to take a pause at them. Again, I don't really 100% care about numbers when this team, kind of has done what they needed to do. So we got Cleveland here. Round number 1. Steph, Halliburton, Hayward, Sekou Doumbouya, Isaiah Stewart. Hopefully Steph Curry is... Okay, cool. I was going to say hopefully he can maybe shit the bed a little bit. But Dame, Oubre, Vassell, Clark, and Jackson Hayes. Did we beat them last year? Did we? I don't know. Whatever. We win. Moving on to the Celtics. MVP, Cade Cunningham, and the rest of the Celtics. Emmanuel Quickly, Matisse Thybulle, Julius Randle, and Robert Williams. Pretty young starting 5 there for Boston. We sweep them, and now we got to dance with Houston. Simons, Buddy Hield, Jaylen Brown, Baisley, and Bam Adebayo. Chet Holmgren and Achua off the bench. Jesus Christ. Let's get a championship here. Let's get it done. Let's fucking go, baby. Ben Simmons, Finals MVP. You love to see it, bro. We're on a good streak of actually going ahead. Whoops, excuse me. I wanted to sim to the offseason. Actually completing challenges, bro, and it feels good. So I always get challenge requests daily. I thought this one would be fun to do. I know a couple of you guys asked me to do. I actually just got a Twitter DM, but I know a couple of comments have asked me to do the winning every award challenge. I did it last summer. You guys seem to love it. I'd be happy to do it again if you guys want to see that, along with any other video ideas. Make sure to comment those down below. Other than that pretty much wraps up this one. If you guys are new around here and want to sub to the channel, I would definitely appreciate it, man. Other than that pretty much wraps up this one. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. I'll see you guys all in the next one.